Hey, welcome back. It's JWalter here. We obviously have a lack of houses for sale in the US, and one way to alleviate this problem is to increase the amount of inventory from brand new houses. So in today's video, I'm going to give you an update regarding new home construction in the US so we can get a glimpse into the future. And with that said, let's begin today's video. And also check out that link below if you want a real estate agent referral from virtually anywhere in the US. Even with building material costs surging to record high levels, builder confidence ended the year on a high. There are also concerns about inflation, of course, and also supply chain bottlenecks, which is hampering home construction. However, despite this, builder confidence edged higher in December for the fourth consecutive month due to strong buyer demand and limited existing for sale inventory. With rising builder sentiment, new home construction activity increased at a solid pace in November. This is according to a brand new report that was issued from the US Census Bureau just a few days ago. What we want to see is more permits being pulled for new home construction and also new houses starting construction in order to alleviate this problem of a lack of houses for sale in the US. And according to the Census Bureau, permits pulled for single-family houses in the US increased by 2.7% in November from the previous month. Compared to 1 year ago, permits dipped by 4.5% though. The biggest contributor to the year-over-year decrease came from the West region, where they decreased by 6.6%. In contrast, permits for 5+ units, such as apartment buildings, surged by 15% from November 2020 to November 2021. However, what's still causing major problems about getting houses listed for sale for brand new houses is that home builders are pulling permits, but they're not starting construction of those houses. So have a look at this. This is permits pulled or authorized, but construction has not started. And that increased 40.7% from 1 year ago. As of the end of November, this represents approximately 152,000 single-family houses in the US on a seasonally adjusted basis. What's remarkable to me is how big these numbers are for each of the 4 major regions in the US, except for one. So have a look at this. It has surged by over 30% in the Midwest, South, and the West from 1 year ago. In contrast, it was flat in the Northeast. This huge increase in builders deciding not to start construction even though they have their permits approved is of course a very big problem, and it's due to a variety of reasons. One of them is due to skyrocketing building costs. So for example, according to the latest Producer Price Index, or the PPI report that's released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the prices of goods used in residential construction, excluding energy, have risen 14% year to date. In 2020, it only rose by 4%, so the index has basically 10x this year. What's also eye-opening when you look at this report here is that the average over the last 5 years is only 1.5%. And this is not just lumber that we're talking about here. This is a wide variety of residential construction materials. So for example, the prices of steel mill products have skyrocketed 151% since August of 2020. The prices of gypsum products have climbed 18.8% so far this year, and that's more than quadruple the largest percentage year-to-date increase in November since data became available in 2012. The other issue that home builders right now are facing is a lack of skilled labor. According to the National Association of Home Builders, there were 410,000 unfilled construction jobs in October, and that was the highest level ever recorded. This is significantly higher than the 253,000 count recorded 1 year ago. The Builders Association is forecasting that this is going to be a prolonged problem. They stated the following: attracting skilled labor will remain a key objective for construction firms in the coming quarters and will become more challenging as the labor market strengthens and the unemployment rate declines. Despite all these challenges that home builders are facing right now, single-family home construction is showing some promising signs. So for example, housing starts, which is the beginning phase of the construction of a brand new house, rose more than expected. According to the US Census Bureau, housing starts in the nation rose 11.3% in November from the previous month, and that beat analysts' estimates. This increase was mainly driven by a 26.9% rise in the Northeast. In contrast, the West lagged behind with only a 5.7% month-to-month increase. Yet another huge step in the right direction that I noticed was the fact that homes under construction on a seasonally adjusted basis have now increased every single month since December of 2020. There was also 28.3% more houses being built this November across the nation compared to 1 year ago. However, the total number of new houses completed in November is lagging behind. It has now decreased for 3 months in a row. So what does this all mean for our housing market? Here's my take. We're still experiencing high building costs and also disruptions to the supply chain, which makes it very, very challenging for home builders to build houses quickly. We obviously need a huge influx of housing inventory to cool off this hot housing market. The fact that there are 152,000 single-family units authorized but not yet started is obviously a huge problem. However, the increase of housing construction and also housing starts is a step in the right direction. This should cause an increase of new houses listed for sale in the coming months. And builder confidence is rising, which is obviously a good indicator despite all the challenges that they are facing right now. And the lack of supply on the resale market for existing houses could entice builders to ramp up construction more. The big question, of course, will homebuyers continue to buy brand new houses? According to the most recent data that we have from the Mortgage Bankers Association, mortgage applications for brand new houses decreased 2.2% compared to 1 year ago. And Joel Kahn, who's one of the MBA's vice presidents, said applications to purchase new houses in November slightly declined on a monthly and annual basis. However, the average loan amount increased to a new record of $414,114. A competitive purchase market, combined with increased building material costs, have been pushing sales prices higher. There also continues to be a shift in the higher end of the market, which is also contributing to the higher loan amounts. I also pulled the most recent report that we have from the U.S. Census Bureau for new home sales in the U.S., and this is for October. According to this report, I found out that the median sold price for a new home in the U.S. reached an all-time high of $407,700. 1 year ago, it was only $337,000 in October 2020. This is a 17% increase by my dumb math. What's funny is that there's barely any mention of this in the mass media that home prices reach all-time highs for brand new houses. Meanwhile, there are still other challenges that home builders are facing right now. So for example, lumber futures prices are once again over $1,000. Over the last month alone, prices have increased by about 30%. If you got any value out of this video whatsoever, then please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that. And also consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Also, check out that link below if you want an agent referral in your neck of the woods. Hope you have an awesome day and look forward to seeing you on the next video.